It was a challenging start to the agenda at the beginning of a big week in New York, with discussions centering on one of the most intractable problems facing the planet, namely the biggest refugee crisis the modern world has ever seen. The day saw a first ever United Nations summit on refugees and migrants by a Secretary General at his last UN General Assembly.
Today's summit represents a breakthrough in our collective efforts to address the challenges of human mobility. More people than ever are on the move. Some flee war, others seek opportunity. Refugees and migrants are not to be seen a burden. They offer great potential if only we unlock it. We must place the human rights of all refugees and migrants at the heart of our commitment.
It resulted in the New York Declaration, an agreement to protect the human rights of all refugees and migrants, as well as sharing responsibility for displaced people on the move. But the declaration has already been criticised by more than one human rights organisation for lacking specific proposals to resettle refugees. Others stated that the world collectively must do better.
Negative rhetoric such as xenophobia, racism, and Islamophobia towards refugees or migrants must be stopped. Extremism will only increase our problems that we are facing today. It will backfire and fuel terrorism. Politicians, especially in Western Europe, must be more cautious than ever today.
Thank you for the floor. First of all,
some who spoke in New York had differing views on the matter.
we propose to stand on the very stable basis of international law, because it's clear that right to safe life is a fundamental human right. But picking a country where you would like to live in is not among fundamental human rights.
The refugee crisis will stay on the agenda because the US President Barack Obama will deliver his 8th and final speech to the UN General Assembly. He will be here to define his legacy on the world stage. But he's also hosting a summit, trying to rally world leaders to respond to what is the worst refugee crisis in recorded history. Francis Collings, TRT World, at the United Nations in New York.